again in this series, as Shio actually finding an angle, getting a flash out of Rich, who's now looking to try and turn it if he gets another button, and that'll get a flash. Moving down as well. Fight for first scuttle. This is danger.
Here we go. This is what Gio wants, man. This is where he thrives.
Yep. As, oh man, it's a TPA Mundo skin as well. You love to see that. As, meanwhile, flash out from Korea towards his bottom side as Showmaker has inside track, looking for the angle onto Willer. As Andal's looking a little worse for where he's going to have to flash. As now Yukal moving down as well. Shio has to flash out of the way. Perform the best, but this year, certainly been able to go toe-to-toe with a lot of top laners that we wouldn't have expected. Yeah. Now, Lucid and Willa fighting against one another. Look at these mechanics as the Mundo is Mundoing. And Willa is in a little bit of trouble. Bubble not going to get picked up there as the chains barely go wide. And now Willa is likely to go down to the passive. Flash picked up there by Showmaker, so he should be safe to try and continue fighting as the paddle star, just Gio is going to be just fine as Gio now moving up towards Smasher on this bottom side. As he does get snared. And his career continuing to look for a little bit more. Right. And this is why a lot of our mid laners don't actually follow, because losing a wave can be incredibly detrimental. As now Rich taking a lot of damage here. There's the Mega Gnar out of Shiu. He'll have the ultimate as he lands the house. And Wallop comes through. And stun comes down. Let's see whether Shiu can actually find this even 1 versus 2. As Rich just gets hit with 3 houses and will go down. Man, that's a Fire Emblem game. That's all right. Out he goes. He just hops his way out of there. Not quite find the beat drop there.
Okay, now he got Smash's Q. This is an angle.
Yeah, Arrow going to come on through there as the ulti has been thrown out. The Encore is going to be missed. Onto Jiu, gets in range of Smash. Barrier is there as Lucid is just so slow. He looks for the briefcase, and he's being followed by Design. The flash over and the dash back from Jiu is so slick. And DRX, they're not going to find kills. Jiu stays alive, and Lucid is still running. Grim Deliverance delivers not a whole lot. He's got the wrong house. The houses are in the top lane, as we mentioned earlier. And these briefcases continue landing. Their trophies, actually, with this.
But at the end of the day, mechanically, looks like a god. Practically forever, but I just don't know about this.
Yep, Jiu's still going to look for it here as Smash goes down low, but they've got so much CC, and it's just layered gorgeously. Auto attack was in the air, and Jiu, oh no, this is what we've seen before, just goes a little bit too far as Rich also.
This is a disastrous position.
Oh god, okay, well, that paddle star connected.
I think they may just be dead here. At least he's hoping for a back here to complete, but I don't think that is going to happen.
Oh no, and Rich, no teleport, not going to be able to get down here as the Trouble Bubble connects. Andal's going to have to block that as the arrow from downtown. And the beat drop comes on through there as well. I mean, Jiu's not dead just yet, but DRX, they have 4 people under this turret just to keep the president alive, but still, he gets put to sleep, awoken immediately by a trophy to the face. Watches it, gets a closer view as now Jiu looks for the angle here, knows that the hijack is on cooldown. Teleport to bring Rich over. As Willa gets taken down to half health. Jiu is just happy to fight anyone that moves anywhere near him. So we're able to find a comeback. If they find a comeback in this game, I hazard to guess that this is going to be a 3-0 because I don't think you mentally come back from that. As Shiu is looking for a solo bolo 1v2 as Lucid comes in to make those numbers a little bit more fair. And they don't really look fair as DRX are just taking naps left, right, and center. Willa does...
I want to see that trophy case.
Arrow going to come through and actually interrupts Rich on the back.
DRX are hoping this is going to be a 45-minute game.
And it's not looking like it is going to be a 45-minute game, although Lucid going down relatively low. Willa taking a lot of damage, though, as we're taking some naps. Grim Deliverance there, but Willa doesn't quite make it over the wall. He does go down to the passive as the Encore comes in. That's probably not going to happen based on what we're looking at right now as Yukal does dodge out of the way with his dash cannon, as now Lucid's possibly in a little bit of trouble. Does get pulled back by the Zahen as the bubble is going to connect one more time. And he goes sleepy, and down goes the Silas. Grim Deliverance once again. But Willer is just dead. They do manage to get their first kill of the game, but Andal, he's going to die. I don't think he's going to be able to walk past the Mundo. As the Slurkle goes wide, he does have barrier, but Lucid has 1 billion health.
Right now I'm on 2. Rich comes in, he barriers and tries his best.
Okay, do we think that DRX can kill Lucid with 3-4 people? I mean, Showmaker's going to come on over and make it a little bit uneven as Lucid flashes out of the way, gets a big ol' heal, as in goes Yukal, steals an Encore, which is a fair bit of value, and there's the Grim Deliverance, triple immediately for Jiu, and is this now the DRX comeback as Showmaker gets dashed on and eliminated?
Using Nunara games so far this tournament, so maybe it's possible. Like, I want to believe.
Well, the arrow is going to connect here onto Andal. Let's see whether they can grab this kill as Shiu's moving over. Showmaker on a flank angle as Yukao will find the chains. Showmaker going to have to get out of here as he doesn't have flash, so he doesn't have a chance. Rich is likely to die as well, though, as I don't know about that one, as the weirding was weird. And Lucid just being that frontline quadra kill, or very close to a quadra kill. And that was a large portion of the value. This is an optimistic teleport here from Shiu, just looking to try and kill Rich, and he may just do that as the Nara is picked up here by Yukao, finds the chains as well and does manage to get a push away, but the flash out from Showmaker and the big heal to keep him alive from the Seraphine. And now Smash has them right where he wants them. They do take down the Gnar, but DRX members are looking so low and the heals are coming through. Lucid, so healthy and flashes on top of Jiu. He's taking matters into his own hands, but unfortunately, he then enters the grave. That's not where he wants to be. Andal is going to follow suit, and Willa likely to go down as well. That fight looked a lot better for going to be a 50-50 as Lucid does move over here. Andal is snagged by the arrow, and just the edge of the Encore is going to pick up Andal. But now the Grim Deliverance comes in. The Drake is going to get stolen away by Willa as Lucid's still alive. That health bar very high, but the bottom lane has just been wiped out. Now it's Showmaker that has to do all of the damage. The Gnar is gigantic from Shiu. Now hops out, and he's a mini Gnar wanting to do that DPS. But I think he's just going to get taken out here as Lucid is looking impossible. Is massive here for DRX.
I don't think they can get the inhib either.
And also, look at the Rebel Baron power play. It's sitting at negative 600 as Yukao is going to die. Andal probably doesn't want to be here as the inhib turret has already been taken down. The burst damage from Showmaker is too large. And the portal jump, not going to be enough to get that damage down as Lucid's going to need another couple of trophies or a paddle star. And if they have stolen up, that's not an engaged tool as now Willa goes in. There's the Grim Deliverance. They take down the Ashe, and Willa is going to be traded. Now Yukao trying to look for that angle, but they've peeled away. The Gnar is not exactly the biggest, but they use it to take down Korea. And now Lucid is very, very big. It's going to take a little bit of killing to get him, and he doesn't have flash, so he doesn't have his life. Be a little bit more healy as Chain is going to connect there onto Showmaker, who picks up a stolen dash cannon. Arrow goes wide. These paddle stars, and this is the problem for DRX. They need to make something happen first as Jiu gets snagged by the paddle star. Lucid going down very low though as a Chain.
As he can.
Or might not be able to as everything hits. Oh, he takes a nap.
Can either flank or they have the Zahin engaged. Shiu's going in,
just gonna dash in. Kill Smash finds the entire bottom lane and wipes them out. And now the rest of DK, what can they actually do? The Grim Deliverance takes him down to his passive here. Is now Lucid still trying to kite this one out. Showmaker going down very low, but he steals away a flash. And
20, he's been down so long in this game, but is able to be somewhat relevant.
Oh, Arrow gonna connect here onto Jiu.
Here on the left side of the fight, which is absolutely a great idea.
Oh, Chains are going to connect, and there's the Gnar into the wall. Shiu's having his own moves used against him as Willa doesn't find the pullback, but I think Shiu might still be dead. He will hit Mega Gnar, so does manage to escape after the flash. And hitting trophies, that's what they want to do. And speaking of which, he lands it onto Jiu. He is able to get himself out of the way as the Encore comes in, barely hits onto Jiu there as well, but Willa is dead and Showmaker is flashing on top of Jiu. Now the barrier is down and Lucid will just walk at the Inara and down he will go. Now Yukao finds yet another Gnar, but he gets walloped and destroyed, and DK took him a little while. It got a little dicey, but they'll get the Infernal Soul and I think they'll win the game.
All right, Showmaker with the massive play.
Oh my
Rich
goodness.
trying to make something happen.
Yeah, Battlestar goes down. Rich will have a few better buttons, and he does connect it as soon as that bubble didn't